Let me be the first to say it. Being realistic has kept you stuck. So it's time to get a little delusional on purpose. I started believing that I could be her before I had the glow up, the confidence, or even the routine to match. And let me tell you, that simple mindset shift changed everything. But let me be clear, it was not just vibes that got me here. I had to show up for her even on the days that were hard. Even when the kids were sick, when I was exhausted, when nothing, and I mean nothing, seemed to be working, I had to show up for her. In this video, I am breaking down how I use delusional confidence and daily discipline to manifest real results, and how you can start your glow up journey today, no matter where you're starting from. Hey, beautiful people. If you are new here, welcome to my channel where we discuss everything mindset, motherhood, and manifesting the life you actually want, not the one that you've been told to settle for. As always, this video is broken down into clear chapters, making it easy for you to follow along. So get comfy, grab your matcha because we are about to dive in. Okay, before we dive in, let me know in the comments, have you ever been called delusional for having big dreams? Drop a comment. What I'm about to tell you might be why that is the only superpower you actually need. Now let's talk about this phrase that has been all over social media, all in conversations, changing people's lives. Delulu but discipline. And if you haven't heard about it yet, get ready because this concept might just be the missing piece to your manifestation practice. Chapter 1. So what exactly do I mean by delusional confidence? I am not talking about pure fantasy or toxic positivity. I am talking about faith in yourself that doesn't need external validation first. It's the audacity to believe that you are already that woman before the world gives you the permission. It's looking in the mirror and seeing your future self, the one who already has all of the things that you have been working towards. So whether that is a weight loss, career, relationships, she is right there in front of you. So for me, this looked like affirming, I am a successful creator, an entrepreneur, even though I only had 200 subscribers. It looked like dressing for a life that I wanted, not the one I had. It looked like introducing myself at networking events with confidence about what I do and who I am, even when imposter syndrome was screaming in my ear. Here's what's key. Our brains don't actually know the difference between what is happening in real life and what we've vividly imagined. That is not woo, that is straight neuroscience. When you consistently visualize success, your brain starts looking for opportunities to make it real. Real talk, 4 years ago, I was adjusting to this new norm of motherhood with my first child. My relationship was struggling and I felt completely disconnected from who I was. The woman that you see now, she existed in my mind first. I had to see her to become her. I knew she was in reach. I write down in my journal as if I was already her. I would write, I am energized when I wake up. I am present with my children. I am creating content that helps women transform their lives. I am a great wife. I can set my mind to anything. I can run the New York City Marathon. Even on days when I felt like anything but that woman, I still wrote it down. I still had to believe that I was her. That right there is delusional confidence. It's claiming the energy of your future self before there's any logical reason to even believe it's possible. And here's the truth, it works, but only when paired with its essential partner, discipline. Chapter 2, the discipline that backed it up. Okay, so here's where most manifestation influencers kind of get it wrong or come short. Visualization without action is just daydreaming. The magic happens when you match your delusional confidence with consistent discipline. So for me, discipline looked like a 6:30 a.m. wake up call to have time for myself before my mom duties kicked in. It looked like movement every day, even if some days just meant 15 minutes walk around the block with the kids in the stroller or walking to the park so the kids can play. It meant batch creating content when I had childcare, even when I didn't feel inspired. Or it even meant investing in courses and coaches when we were on a tight budget because I was committed to growth. And perhaps most importantly, it meant setting boundaries, not with just myself, but with others. So no more scrolling on social media when I should be creating my own content. No more saying yes to energy draining commitments. No more putting myself last on the priority list that included my family. So here's where most people miss out about discipline. It's not about punishment or restrictions. It's about self-trust. Every single time you keep a promise to yourself, whether that is drinking more water or working out or sitting down and working on your business, you are proving to yourself that your word matters. You are trusting yourself. You are believing in yourself. And as a mom, it gets even more complicated because there are sick days, sleepless nights, schedule interruptions. But what I learned is that discipline isn't about perfection. It's consistency returned. Maybe I miss a morning routine because my little one had a rough night. That's okay. I had to find 10 minutes of the day between naps to center myself and recommit. No excuses in the best way possible. The results weren't overnight, but day by day, keeping those small promises to myself rebuilt my confidence from the inside out. My energy started to shift. My posture changed. People started asking what was different about me before physical changes were even visible. That's because discipline creates an energetic shift before it creates an external result. So when you know that you are showing up for yourself consistently, you carry yourself differently. And that right there is confidence. And that confidence is magnetic. Chapter 3, the glow up formula. If I had to break down the formula that transformed my life, it would be this: confidence plus consistency equals transformation. Simple in theory, revolutionary in practice. But here's the thing about the glow up that most people do not like to talk about. The external changes are just a reflection of the internal work that you had already been doing. So yes, I changed my hair. Yes, I upgraded my wardrobe. Yes, I learned about skincare and my skin is glowing. But those were the expressions of my inner transformation happening. And what people don't see, I also had to upgrade my environment to match this new energy. I had to declutter spaces that felt chaotic. I had to unsubscribe to people or accounts that no longer served me or triggered comparison. I had to rearrange my home to support goals instead of sabotaging them. That you will never see. And my relationships transformed too. As I became more intentional with my energy, I naturally attracted people who matched that frequency. Some connections fell away, and that was painful but necessary, and I'm okay with that. But others deepened in a way that I couldn't have even imagined. The most profound shift for me was I stopped outsourcing my worth to external validation. So the likes, the followers, the compliments, they were nice, but they were not the foundation anymore. That Delulu confidence became a real confidence because I proved to myself through discipline that I could trust my own word. Everything else was just fluff. And that's when a manifestation becomes magical. When you no longer desperately are wanting something because you are already embodying that energy of having it. You are her. You become a magnet for opportunities that match the frequency. Let's bring in Charlie, for example. Right now, we have two versions of Charlie. Same person, completely different energy. This woman on the right isn't just wearing different clothes or makeup. She is carrying herself with confidence of somebody who knows her worth, and it's not up for debate. This person doesn't. Chapter 4, the moment I knew it was working. Let me share the exact moment I knew this Delulu but disciplined approach was actually working. And it wasn't this huge viral video or finishing my first 10K, even though those came later. It was a random Tuesday morning about 6 months into this new approach of life. I was at the grocery store with both of the kids, and I'm just trying to survive this shopping trip without a meltdown of theirs or even mine. And this elderly woman stopped me in the store and she essentially said, "You have such a peaceful presence about you, as well as your kids are so well behaved. You have a beautiful family." Y'all, I almost lost it. I looked behind me like, is she talking to me? Because the truth was, I did not feel particularly peaceful that day. I was running on 4 hours of sleep. I had just had a long early morning run. The deadlines were still looming. But what really happened was I was consistently showing up as a calm, present mother that I wanted to be, even when it felt like it was an act. That's when it hit me. I wasn't pretending anymore. Those daily choices have actually rewired something in me. The woman that I have been delusionally claiming to be, I was actually her. It was just on autopilot. And yes, the external results did follow. My TikTok channel grew, my relationships got better, my partnership opportunities came. But they were not validation. They were just a reflection of the internal shift that had already happened. Your moment is definitely going to look different from mine. But I promise you, there will be a moment when you realize you are no longer pretending to be the version of yourself. You are simply her. She is you. Chapter 5, how to start your Delulu era. So how do you start your own Delulu but discipline journey? I've got 3 actionable steps that you can implement today. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, but literally today. All right, get your notepad and let's get writing. Step 1, identify scripting. Spend 10 minutes writing a detailed description of your future self. 1 year from now. How does she think? How does she carry herself? What are her non-negotiables? Write in present tense as if you are already her. What did she achieve? The key here is specificity. Do not just write, "I am successful" or "I am confident." Write exactly what that looks like in your daily life. I confidently share my opinions in meetings without apologizing for it. Or I approach my content creation with certainty that my message is going to matter and it's going to stick. I crossed the finish line of the New York City Marathon. Step 2, identify 1 keystone habit that this future version of you would never skip. So is that movement? Is that meditation? Is that creating content? Pick 1 thing that would have the biggest impact if done consistently. For me, it was a morning routine before the whole household woke up. Just 30 minutes of movement, meditation, and visualization. That single habit created a ripple effect that transformed everything for me. Step 3, environmental audit. I want you to look at your physical space, your phone, your relationships, take a deep dive. What needs to be upgraded to support your future version of yourself and what needs to go? Maybe it's as simple as making your bed every day or unfollowing accounts that make you feel less than or no longer serves you. Since my mornings set the tone for my day, I make my bed every morning to start a productive day. Then the next thing I usually do is grab my phone. So what I decided to do, instead of looking at social media, I changed my lock screen and set an affirmation. So that's the first thing I see every day. I put my vision board on my phone every single day, and then I go into meditation. So here's my challenge to you. Start these 3 steps today, not when you have more time or energy or resources. I mean today, because that future self that you were dreaming of, she makes decisions today, not tomorrow. She is decisive. She is on top of it. Remember, being Delulu isn't about disconnection from reality. It's about refusing to let your past define your future. And discipline isn't about perfection. It's about consistent return to what matters the most. I want you to see your journey. I want you to see your future self. So share this video if it resonates with you. Tag me in your identity script or your morning routine. I read all of the comments and I love connecting and building this community. Again, we are keeping each other accountable. You do not have to wait until you have it all figured out to start showing up for yourself, the person that you are becoming. In fact, that's exactly how you become her, showing up beforehand, 1 delusionally confident, disciplined day at a time. Again, I am Kaylin. If you found this video valuable, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you do not miss next week's video. Until next time, keep being Delulu about your dreams and discipline about your actions. Make sure you check out how to get out of your comfort zone or how to enter your villain era. Until next time, bye.